In the stark, icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely pierces the endless twilight, a polar bear roams, a majestic creature now marred by a horrific affliction. This is not just any bear, it is a survivor, a testament to resilience in a world that grows increasingly hostile. But as we draw closer, the beauty of its snowy white fur is overshadowed by a grotesque sight, a honeycomb wound, a gaping maw of flesh that reveals the raw, pulsing tissue beneath. This wound, a result of a brutal encounter, has become a breeding ground for an insidious infestation barnacles. These marine crustaceans, typically found clinging to rocks and ships, have found an unlikely host in this polar bear. As the bear lumbers through its icy domain, the barnacles, with their hard calcareous shells, latch onto the exposed flesh, creating a grotesque tableau of nature's relentless cycle. Each barnacle, a tiny parasite, burrows into the bear's skin, feeding on its nutrients and further exacerbating the wound. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive. In the stark, icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely pierces the endless twilight, a chilling sight unfolds. A polar bear, the majestic ruler of this frozen realm, is marred by a grotesque wound. This is no ordinary injury. It is a horrific hive of bees, a pulsating mass of chaos nestled into the bear's thick white fur. The juxtaposition of the bear's powerful frame against the delicate, buzzing creatures creates a surreal tableau, one that evokes both horror and fascination. How did this happen? How could such a formidable predator fall victim to the tiny, industrious insects that typically thrive in warmer climates? As we delve deeper into this unsettling scenario, we uncover the phenomenon of bee infestation on a polar bear. The bees, drawn by the bear's warmth and the scent of its skin, have made a home in the thick fur, creating a hive that burrows into the flesh. The bear, in its attempts to rid itself of the tormenting swarm, has only exacerbated the situation, tearing at its own skin and leaving a gruesome wound that oozes with a mixture of blood and honey. The bees, undeterred by the bear's size, continue their relentless work, feeding on the bear's flesh while simultaneously defending their hive with a ferocity that belies their small stature. This dark symbiosis raises unsettling questions about the balance of nature. The polar bear, a symbol of strength and survival, is reduced to a victim of an unexpected predator. The bees, typically seen as harmless pollinators, reveal a more sinister side when their survival instincts. In the heart of the African savanna, where the golden grass sways gently under the relentless sun, a chilling scene unfolds. A white lion, a rare and majestic creature, lies motionless beneath the shade of an acacia tree. But this is no ordinary sight. The lion's once pristine fur is marred by a horrific wound, a grotesque testament to nature's darker side. The wound, a gaping hole, is infested with a swarm of bees, their buzzing creating a sinister symphony that echoes through the still air. This is not just a story of survival. It is a tale of suffering, of the brutal realities that exist in the wild, and of the intricate, often disturbing relationships between species. As we delve deeper into this unsettling scene, we must confront the unsettling truth about bee infestations. The white lion, a symbol of beauty and power, has become a victim of an unexpected predator. The bees, drawn to the lion's scent, have established a hive within the wound, creating a grotesque ecosystem that thrives on the lion's suffering. The bees, typically seen as harmless pollinators, have transformed into agents of decay, feeding on the lion's flesh and leaving behind a trail of destruction. This infestation is not merely a nuisance. It is a life-threatening condition that could lead to the lion's demise. The bees, with their sharp stingers and relentless determination, have turned the lion into a living host. Each sting injects venom, causing excruciating pain and swelling, while the hive itself becomes a breeding ground for disease. The lion's body, once a powerful machine of muscle and sinew, is now a battleground, a site of conflict between the forces of life and death. The buzzing swarm is a constant reminder of the fragility of existence, a dark twist in the circle of life that leaves us questioning the very nature of survival. In the wild, the line between predator and prey is often blurred, and this situation exemplifies that harsh reality. The white lion, a top predator, is now at the mercy of a tiny. In the dense, shadowy underbrush of the rainforest, a chilling sight awaits those brave enough to venture into the wild. Here, amidst the vibrant greens and the cacophony of life, a monkey hangs limply from a branch, its once lively eyes now dulled by a horrific affliction. A grotesque hive of parasites has taken residence in a gaping wound on its back, a nightmarish testament to the brutal realities of nature. This is not merely a wound. It is a living, writhing mass of horror, where the boundaries between host and parasite blur into a grotesque dance of survival. As we delve deeper into this unsettling scene, we uncover the dark intricacies of parasitic infestation, a phenomenon that is as fascinating as it is repulsive. The parasites, likely a species of botfly larvae, have burrowed into the monkey's flesh, feeding on its living tissue, while simultaneously releasing toxins that exacerbate the wound. Each larva, a tiny monster in its own right, grows and thrives within the monkey, siphoning off